And now for more, we're being joined by Dr. Mir Javed Anwar. He's a lecturer of Iranian politics at Enrichment University in Israel, West Asia. He's an analyst and co-author of The Nuclear Sphinx of Tehran. Thank you so much, sir, for joining us on the broadcast.
Thank you for having me.
So we've seen a renewed push from the White House trying to distance itself from Israel's attack, stating that it was a unilateral action by Israel. Now, Dr. Javed Anwar, do you think the US is truly as distant from these events as it's claiming to be?
I think that it's very unlikely that the state of Israel would undertake such an attack against Iran without at least a green light from the United States. Perhaps America, and it seems that way, was not involved directly in this attack, but it would be militarily and diplomatically very costly for Israel to undertake such an attack without informing and getting the agreement of the United States, because America is our greatest ally. It's the biggest supplier of weapons to Israel. We get $3 billion a year in terms of military aid from the United States. And also, such an attack could, if carried out without US coordination, undermine US diplomatic efforts regarding Iran. So I think that these attacks were undertaken after an agreement was reached between Prime Minister Netanyahu and President Trump.
Absolutely. And Doctor, how do you think this is going to affect the Washington-Tehran talks on nuclear enrichment, especially in the light of the latest developments?
I don't think that the diplomatic talks are going to continue, at least for the time being. They were supposed to be undertaken in the next few days, unless I'm mistaken. But I think the Iranian leadership now is trying to do damage assessment first and foremost. It was an extensive attack. It was more than 100 targets were attacked last night, not just by Israeli Air Force, but by Mossad operatives inside Iran. The leadership of Iran's Revolutionary Guard has been decapitated, and also several senior nuclear scientists were also killed. All of these people were killed by Israeli strikes while they were sleeping in their beds. So I think first and foremost, Iran is going to do a damage assessment. Secondly, it's the retaliation, and we are awaiting, as we speak, the arrival of 100 Iranian drones. They are supposed to arrive in the next 3 to 4 hours. And I think that's going to be the main focus for the time being. The Iranians are going to respond, and Israel is going to respond to that. So in the short term, I think we should at least look out for the military confrontation between these two countries. And I think its results will impact America's efforts to stop Iran's enrichment program, either through military operations or through diplomatic means.
Right. So, and with neither side seeming to and willing to back down, Iran's Supreme Leader Ayatollah Ali Khamenei has called for severe punishment against Israel for the attack, while Israel says that it will keep going for as long as it takes. And we know that this is going to transform into a military conflict. What shape and form would that military conflict is going to take, and how is this going to manifest? And also, do you think the situation is there any chance of it de-escalating even after the meeting that Trump is planning to hold with both the nations? Is there even a slight possibility of that de-escalating?
You know, you're asking a very good question about de-escalation. I'm speaking with you from Israel. I'm an Israeli citizen. I was born in Iran. I was born in Tehran. I come from a very proud Iranian Jewish, Persian Jewish background. We have lived in Iran for 2,500 years. The current war between Iran and Israel is not one that Israel wanted. It was one that was started by the Islamic Republic of Iran in the early 1990s through its support for groups such as Hamas, Hezbollah, and Islamic Jihad, who have killed and maimed thousands of Israeli citizens in buses and cafes. And we also saw it, of course, on the October 7th massacre. This is not a war that the people of Israel wanted. This is a war that was imposed upon the people of Israel. And at the time, for now, it's extremely unlikely that there would be de-escalation, because the Islamic Republic of Iran, and I'm talking about the leadership, not the great people of Iran. Iranian people are wonderful. The leadership of Iran is the only leadership in the world who denies the Holocaust, calls for the elimination of the State of Israel, and according to Prime Minister of Israel, it has recently started using enriched uranium to make a nuclear weapon. The red line has been crossed, and I think there is no chance for de-escalation because of the actions and policies of the leadership of the Islamic Republic of Iran. And I think now we have to wait and see what the results of these attacks are going to be. It is possible that these attacks will stop on the condition that Iran informs the Americans that it will stop its enrichment program.
Hi, thank you so much, Dr. Mir Javed Anwar, for speaking so candidly with us and sharing your perspective with us.
Thank you.